Hey guys. 2 minute little pre-show. Just sat down with my tea, cleaning my glasses now. Thank you all for joining me today, everyone who's here, and anyone who may be listening to this again in the future. There are some folks out there who do that. Always a pleasure to have your company, everyone. Glad to be doing this each week. How's the audio? Can you hear the game music? I like to do a little audio test before each show. Yes, you can? Okay, fantastic. Good. That is what I want. Alright. I'm gonna mute again so I can stir my tea. Who do I have modding for me today? I'm gonna guess Margaret or Clive. Either way, thank you as always for doing so. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go. Greetings, champions! Welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. I am Mars, and this is Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a free-to-play officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons formation and strategy game from Codename Entertainment. On this partnered stream, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, and answer any questions that you may have about the game, to the best of my ability. So grab a drink or a snack, get cozy. Join me for just a couple of hours as we take a deeper look at all things Idle Champions. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020, and in this 14th episode, I think, we'll be taking a look at the latest update, which is the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Part 3 update. We have a fancy new map, and I'm very excited about that fact, as well as answering any questions you might have. So let's get started. I was just finishing up my patron Strahd Distribute Your Weight variant, so if you'll pardon me while I just wrap this up. I had to invest a few potions into this to finish that. I'm trying to do like at least one Strahd patron variant per day. I've already finished all of my chores for Mom, Dad, and Uncle Strahd. I love our family dynamic here. Okay, so we're just going to jump in. No patron. Go away, patron. Not ready for you yet, Strahd. Okay, first, we've got to just appreciate this map for a moment. This is so cool. This was kind of data mined or leaked or whatever a little while back. But seeing it in the game is, like, on some level even more exciting, because it's like, oh man, we actually have this now. We're really here. We're in hell. I've never been more excited about that. Let's just browse around. So we're beginning our journey in Avernus in the city of Elturel, just like in you know, the actual campaign module itself. And welcome to Florida. I see that. Oh, it is certainly too hot there for me. Anyway, we're beginning in El Terrell, and I don't know where we're going to be going from here, but this map has me pretty excited. Just imagine all the adventures that we're going to be having around here. We've got the Crypt of the Hellriders, Uldrak's Grave, the River Styx itself, and look at all these little details. I love it. A wrecked flying fortress, spawning trees. What is this? I don't know what that is. Bell's Forge, Koshi's Maw. Very difficult to see that, though. And the Mirror of Mephistar, Haruman's Hill, and the Tower of Urm, the Demon Zapper, the Bone Brambles, the Pit of Shamroth. Okay, but this is my favorite thing. And it's kind of like, it's almost a secret. If you're just looking at this like normally, you would miss it because it's hidden by the banner here. But if we zoom in all the way and we go up to the corner, we can see Monument to Tiamat, and if we pull the map as far as we can, Archon's Tower. If I let go of it, it becomes kind of concealed again. But it's there. It's on the map. Archon's Tower. It's so cool. All right. El Terrell has fallen. Let's go. We probably won't be able to do both of the new adventures and their variants today. Thank you for the pop-up C&E. I love seeing that. Feels so official. I mean, I am official, but still, makes me feel that way. And I feel like actually having the cinematics on dialogues. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. We still have Traxagor and Lulu. Very, very good. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So I'm gonna get some speed champions out so we can just try to like go through this more quickly. Don't mind me. Certainly not concerned about not being able to finish this. Well, I'll be able to handle this easily. But really excited about just seeing what we've got here. Look at the smoking ruins of the city. Let's take a better look at this. I know it's just like a simple looped animation, but having like the plumes of smoke and ash coming up from the ruins is very nice. Very cool. Okay. So while we're waiting to progress through all of this, and I'm going to be setting up a few more champions, how are you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you all for being here. The Bola Slinky, you're officially awesome. Aw. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Soano S just started today. Fantastic. Welcome to Idle Champions. I love being like the guy to welcome people whenever I can. It's nice. Are there Twitch drops? No. No Twitch drops. That was like a one-time thing. It may happen again in the future. I don't know. That's up to C&E and Twitch to work out. No Twitch drops today. Just good times with good friends, with a good video game, in a very bad place. It will happen again, but not today. Nice! I think that's the first that I've seen, like, actual confirmation that it will happen again at some point. So that's cool. Oh! Oh, cool! You know, we've had lots of different obstacles that we have to destroy through this game. Like, carts, I don't know, gates, fungal clumps. But this is just a good old-fashioned wall. And that's kind of refreshing, just to go back to the basics like that. That's nice. Burning logs. Yeah, lots of obstacles. I love the dialogue in this game, I do. I make sure to read it. I'll probably like go back through and do a free play just so I can actually read the dialogue, because it's going by too quickly here. But I needed to go quickly for the stream, just to make sure I get everything done in time. But I want the dialogue to at least be present so I can see those cool portraits. Oh, we got an Arrhenius. Ah, look! Look at that. Oh, we're gonna die. I need more people out here. Alright. Just a moment, please. One moment, please. And let's get Minsk. No idea what we need here. I'm just gonna go undead. Give me that Melf. Extra supplements. Oh, check out what I ended up with. 82.8% chance on my Melf. Not sure if we actually get any fiends to fight here, like, outside of bosses. Not sure if I actually want to put Havilar in or not. And let's get Briv, because he's fantastic in just about every way. Alright. And New Hitch is amazing. I'm just going to take more daggers because I love to see those daggers flying. Alright, that's good enough for now. Put some familiars on ultimates and away we go. Much better. Cry 3737, you've got over 100% with melt speed improvements. Wow. Nice. I tried so hard to get that slot 4 epic for Melf. I tried so hard for that, but luck was not on my side this time. Durag Beetle. So I'm new and I have a locked chest. What's up with that? Hey, welcome to Idle Champions. So if you're talking about this chest here, this is just like the device by which you input different codes, like I'm gonna do right now. I have a code on my show each week, an official code. If you type in this code right here to this screen that you're seeing, and then hit unlock, you'll get a prize. And then you can open it by clicking on it. Huzzah! Yeah, it's basically the like code redemption feature. I hope that helps. Hey, you're welcome. You're awesome too. Thanks for being here. Okay, so cool. We also do get to fight like fiends outside of just boss fights, so Havilar is probably a good idea then. Because if you don't know this, Havilar is also a speed champion, just in a very specific regard. I'm going to be leveled up enough, and now I'm going to use her ultimate just once. I suppose in the next area. Come on. Just once. Okay, so now she's going to summon her imps. Great, and now I'm going to leave her ultimate alone for the rest of this run. And you'll see. Fiendish Resolve. When any fiend is in the area, Havilar focuses less on her own attacks and more on buffing the party. Her base attack cooldown is doubled, but the effective leadership summon is increased by 100%. And, because I have one of... Oh, a Bone Devil! Hold up, I love the art for this thing. This has to be one of the creepiest, most frightening monsters in the game so far. We've seen this, I think, in one other place so far, but oh my gosh, that just... Whew. First time I saw that, it really unsettled me. Anyway, I was saying about Havilar. Whoa, that got messed up. Hey, hey Sean. Well, it's gone now, but that was strange for a bit. Anyway, while I have Dembo the Imp out, who is the first Imp in the cycle of Havilar's ultimate for summoning imps, Fiend enemies will drop 2 quest items at once or count for 2 kills at once. So that helps us to like go through a little bit faster, as long as we're dealing with Fiends. Orca, you got a feat for Korth from the chest. Fantastic. And Durabeetle, thank you for subscribing to the C&E Games Twitch channel. They're good people. They deserve it. Okay. Sure, no problem. I'll submit a ticket. Been a while since I've actually submitted a ticket for something. Okay, I'm just going to take some questions while we're waiting to progress through this adventure for a bit. Total Wannabe. Clever name. Beside Dritz and Azaka, any other hero that are campaign reward outside of Time Gate and Vince? Yes! There are 2 others. So what you're talking about, we call non-core evergreen champions. So the first 12 champions that you start with, Brunor, Celeste, Naeli, Jarlaxle, etc., all the way out to Archon, those are called the core champions, or the core 12. And they are like a subset of evergreen champions. Oh, check that out! We actually get art for this? I love that thing. That's so cool. That's amazing. God, I swear, it's like the art is the thing I get most hyped for whenever new adventures come out. That's so cool. Anyway, there are 4 other non-core evergreen champions. You've listed 2 of them yourself, Total Wannabe, Azaka and Dritz. There are 2 others, Hitch, who you get by signing up for the newsletter, and the other being Dragonbait, who is the final reward for clearing the final variant of the final adventure of the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. It's very difficult. Good luck to you. It's probably one of the most difficult variants in the game right now, outside of the patron versions of some variants. Like, just as far as core variants go, it's probably one of the most difficult. I'm softer today for you guys? Really? I have not adjusted my microphone settings at all. Good to know, though. Let me see. I can adjust my volume here. Okay. So that's about a 25% boost on the microphone there from what it was before. Do I sound any better to you guys now? Zini, I look forward to someone asking me what's the tea every show. Oh! Oh, I'm sorry, it's just, this is good. This is very good. Look at this smashed up battlefield. Oh! These broken tiles. Like a war zone out here. I love that. Okay, sorry. Today, I have a black cinnamon tea. Cinnamon tea is kind of a comfort tea for me. And right now, I need comforts with everything going on. Dirk Beetle, most efficient way to spend gems. Well, actually, Garwar and I have been working on a guide for that. It's just like a flow chart of our like suggestions for kind of like an optimal way to spend gems. So that'll be out at some point. I'm the reason why it's not out yet. It's taking forever. His part's done, so it's all on me. But for now, since you're new, I would suggest to... Oh, those hellhounds are cool. They breathe fire. It's awesome. I would suggest that you focus on silver chests until you have gear in every slot for all of your non-evergreen characters. Every single map of every single stage of this adventure is just absolutely killer on the art. Oh my gosh. I love the contrast here. It's the same like graphic of the shattered floor, but it's like palette swapped to be like marble instead. Oh, White Abishai. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you do have everyone full gear now. Okay. If you haven't saved up yet for your first familiar, the Mage Hand, which is this one, it costs 1,000 gems, then definitely grab that. And from there, yeah, you can kind of split between doing gold chests or saving up for more familiars. Kind of like the sweet spot for familiars, in my opinion, is like 1 on the field, or 1 on field, 1 on click damage, that's 2, or 3 on field, or 3 on field and 1 on click damage, that's 4, 5 on field, 5 on field, 1 on click damage, that's 6. But at that point, that's a lot of gems at that point. And important to know that not all familiars can be bought with gems. Most of them cannot be bought with gems, but there are several. Oh man. Okay, we actually get to see this White Abishai. Probably won't be on the field for very long, but I love the art there. I'm sure we'll get to see more of that in a bit. Because we do have to clear, what, 300? Or 200? Oh, that's nothing. That's fine. Hello, Give Me Details. Welcome. And welcome, everyone. If I haven't said your name, there's a lot of you folks here, which I'm happy about. The more the merrier. Do all familiars deal click damage? If you have them on the field, yes. All familiars functionally do the exact same things. They're just like cosmetic differences between them. But they function better the more of them you have, basically. Because then you can essentially automate many aspects of the game. Are there familiars to earn by progress, Miss Randir? Kind of. Not in just normal adventuring, but once you have patrons unlocked, very recently, they have added 1 familiar to each of the patron shops. Golden Flame Skull, Conjured Spider, and Toy Werewolf, which is the only one of these that I've picked up so far. I'm saving up for the other 2 currently. It's a lot of work. Is there an estimate for Tiamat's blessings? Oh yeah, I have them all, so I can just show you. You need 8.36E26 Tiamat's favor to have all of the Tiamat blessings currently. Kirishin, love this game. Hey. I echo the sentiment. Me too. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that helps. I'm happy to share anything else that I know about the game with anyone, if you have questions for me. Mars tea stirring familiar. I know that there is like there is at least some tea that has been done in the Idle Champions art style, because there was an animation of Frida like stirring and drinking tea. And I don't think that's actually in the game, but it was used in the marketing for Frida's release. So I'm glad that we actually have some kind of representation of tea, at least. That's good. Cheers. Swan OS. Any way to boost the favor gain? Yes. Complete your adventure. And then that favor that you have gained will increase your gold find for the next adventure. And the more gold find you have, the more favor you will gain on your next adventure. And it just always continues increasing. So you may start with like nothing, but soon you'll have like 100 favor, 1,000 favor, 1E10 favor, 1E30 favor. Might take you a couple years for that, but... How's the game going fast without a speed potion, aim to please? That is because I'm using many of the speed champions, kind of the unofficial term for an unofficial role that the community uses. Melf here, most recently released event champion, has Melf's Speedy Supplement, which gives a random speed up buff that changes every 50th area. Minsk here has a... yeah, he has a chance of causing extra enemies to spawn. Deacon has confidence in the boss, which causes enemies to spawn faster. Sentry has Create Echo Resolution. If Sentry has not been attacked in the highest unlocked area, there is a chance that quest requirements for the next area are reduced by 30%. And we have Briv, who has Unnatural Haste, which can allow you to skip zones entirely. Although I don't think he has enough... yeah, he doesn't have enough stacks for this to actually be applying. And Shandy just increases the game speed by 25 or 50% based on specializations whenever the formation has not been under attack for 60 seconds. So by combining all of these together is why I'm going so fast without using any potions. The more champions you have, the better. Collect them all. And you will reap the rewards. Solano S, go for the eyes, boo, go for the eyes. You know, it's funny, I had a dream last night that quarantine was over, and I went to go visit my friends. And when I got there, there was going to be some kind of a party, but I noticed that on their mailbox, there was like a hollowed out section with a sign over it that said Mars. Like there was something there for me. So I lifted it up and looked inside, and there was basically gifts for me, and one of them included a plushie of Boo. Which I thought, like, oh man, that's so adorable. My friends know me so well. That's great. I'll have this on my stream. It'll be fantastic. It was really cute. I don't know if a Boo plushie actually exists, but if there is one, I'd love to get one. I mean, I guess it'd be literally a dream come true. Wesu, you got the Briv 30% health feed from my gold chest. Fantastic. I love when people tell me, like, the cool stuff that you get from my chest. Sometimes people get really good feats, sometimes, very rarely, people get shinies and tell me about it, and that's really cool. Most reason I can think of for that was a Hitch shiny. Aim to please, what would be the best champion to get from the upcoming time gate? Well, hard to answer. Because on free time gate weekends, also called like natural time gates, you are given a random choice of 3 champions. You don't get to pick from the entire list for free time gate weekends. The game picks 3 for you, and then you pick 1 from those 3. That being said, either some kind of speed champion, or a tank, or Kroll or Avron. You got a Korth feat, Cranroach. Oh, fantastic. Korth is one of my favorite codename original champions in the game. Samurai lizard man named Danger. Amazing. Gleacer, #1 sign you play too much idle champions. I dream of Boo. I have had an embarrassing number of dreams based on idle champions. Like, the very first one that I can remember, before I was even a community leader in the game, so like years ago, I remembered having a dream about playing Dungeons & Dragons with the folks at C&E. Dylan was DMing, we were all playing as characters from the game, I was playing as Brunor, and we were climbing a spire underground to get a treasure at the top, and once we grabbed it, the entire spire collapsed, and everyone fell to their deaths, except for me, because I had, like, a ring of flying, basically, so I just stayed airborne, holding the treasure, and everyone else was dead. I've had a lot of Idle Champions dreams. Natural time gate will be on Friday. This Friday. Michael USA, I like your idea of basically having a quiz minigame coded into the game. Oh, that's very good. Oh boy. It'd be embarrassing if I failed that, but it might happen. I assure you the office is more stable than that. Good. I would hope that you guys aren't, like, on a fault line or something. Yikes. Hey, there's the cool Hellhounds again. Awesome. Bula Slinky. Hey Mars, when natural time gates remind people that they can wait to open them on Monday morning, and it'll stay open through the following Thursday, which means you can burn contracts on Wednesday once the event starts. That's a nice tip. I always just do mine, like, immediately. But, yeah. If you want, I guess you might be kind of cramming for time if you do that, since you'd be like trying to balance doing time gate at the same time that an event is live. So it just kind of depends on your priorities, I guess. But yeah, that's certainly an option. Heck, maybe I'll do that this time. When is multiple adventure coming, creative Dankili? Soon? I don't know. I do not have any further, like, concrete information about when exactly multiple adventures is coming, or Modron Automation for that matter. I hope soon. And if I did know, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So NOS, so what exactly do you do with the time gate? Is it like an adventure of some sort? Well, I can explain for you, but also I have a resource that explains it. If you type in !CVA, then you'll get a link to my Champions visual aid, which includes in the bottom right an explanation of time gates. But basically it lets you revisit a past event to unlock a character, an event character, and get gear for them by completing various objectives. I guess that's like the simplest way of putting it. Gastal99, can Potion of Polish make shiny out of the item which is not epic? And if it can, will shinies still be there after that item's upgrade? Yes. That has happened to many of my items with Potions of Polish. Aragon, do you keep the champion afterwards? If you mean, like, in time gates? Yes, you do. When you unlock a champion from a time gate, it's permanent, just like when you unlock them from an event. Vasago, do time gates always pick champions that you don't already have, or is it completely RNG? Okay, so I think it will always choose champions that you do not yet own. Like, at least one of them. I think at least one of them is one that you do not yet own already. Can anyone confirm for me? Garwar, do you know for sure? At least one you don't own is correct? Okay, awesome. I had it right. Yay. And if you do have them all, then it'll just be random. Give me details. What kind of new champion are you hoping for in the running coming up? Well, let me think. We just got a stellar speed champion. Not so great support, but a stellar speed champion in Melf. So we've got a good tank support recently with Havilar. You know, maybe a new DPS character could be cool. Yeah. A new DPS character would be nice. Just wanted to say thank you. Oh, thank you! B0005272. It rolls right off the tongue. Thank you for being here, and the kind words. Oh, Victor Draco! I'm sorry that I missed your first message. It's hard to keep up with every single thing in the chat. But you looked around for a Boo plushie for me, and there isn't one. My heart. Well, thank you for checking. Thank you for saving me the time. Yeah, what Baby League says about Melf being useful in Strahd, absolutely. If you don't have the +1 intelligence feat for Zorbu, then Melf is a great alternative. Like, if you don't have anyone better to use in that slot, it's good to have Melf. Okay. Things have kind of slowed down here. I'm going to move some things around. You know what? I want Ayla in here because she's really cool. And what have I not used in a while? I want to see Celeste. It's been a long time since I've really used Celeste. Right. And I love her ultimate, especially for these multiple HP segment obstacles. Just does lots of good hits. Tears through that stuff pretty quickly. Oh, now that we don't need to do dialogue anymore, I can put this back up to instant speed so we can skip the like quest text at the beginning of each stage. Hey, so I want to talk about coloring. Baby League, you heard rumors about a new Evergreen coming. Olcoria Stone Marrow, Dwarven Archmage will be coming at some point. It's been kind of on the radar for, like, over a year. So, have faith. We got Dragon Bait eventually, so I'm sure that we'll have Olcoria soon-ish. Michael USA, do basically all the champions have skins? There are quite a few still skinless. There are quite a few still skinless, yeah. I would love if everyone had at least one. Like, of all the people that I have out here right now, Sentry, Briv, Shandy, Ayla, Havilar, Melf, just those that are out on my field do not have skins. So there's plenty of them that don't. I think as of now, with Champion Minsk being added, there are enough champion skin champions to field a Torm formation, I believe. Okay, I want to talk about coloring, because what I really want to do is color with you guys on stream today. How's that sound? We gotta wait for all this to go anyway. So, first, I want to talk about what the coloring challenge itself is. So, Codename Entertainment has put out a collection of coloring pages for Idle Champions characters and elements like Gelatinous Cube and the logo art, that kind of thing. And you can find all that on the blog post. If we can get a link for that in the chat, please. Thank you. You go to the blog post, you can read about how they're doing this thing where every 100 pages that are colored and posted online, either like Twitter or Instagram, and just like tag Idle Champions and use the hashtag Idle Coloring, or you can post it in the fan art the fan art channel of the official Discord. And that will count for it as well. Then for every 100 of those that gets posted, everyone gets a free chest. Like some kind of chest. I think we've been getting some gold supply chests. We got 1 in the first week. We got 2 in the second week, so things are ramping up. Let's see if we can't go for 3. Huh? 300 coloring sheets total? Can we do it? Can we do it? And there's a bonus incentive right now for coloring walnut sheets specifically. For each walnut sheet that is colored, we will get, or each 25 that is, each 25 walnut sheets that are colored, we will get 1 silver walnut chest. So that's the one I'm going to be doing today on stream. Yeah, we got 2 silver Havilar chests last week. We got plenty of Havilars in. I did my part. So I wanted to show off the ones that I've done so far. And count along with me. Alright. There's one. That's my logo art for the game, done up in, like, violet and black. It's good. Like a nighttime version or something. Dark mode. Here is my Nayeli. My take on Nayeli. It's kind of like a mint chocolate chip, which I like. It's fun. And here's Evelyn, with kind of like a dark oceanic vibe. And I tried to do Binwin, like, what if Binwin lived in a volcano or something? Like, what if he was a volcanic dwarf? I thought this would be pretty cool. And here's Ayla. I wanted to do her in, like, springtime colors for Easter and all that. Likewise for Ashara. Here's one of my favorites. This is Draco Lich Archon. I love how that came out. And this is cute. Watermelon Ishi. Just like reds and greens and black to try to like have a watermelon vibe. That was fun. This is Zentarum Minsk, which Eric, CEO of CNE, I think tweeted about and like tagged Jim Zub, who gave it the thumbs up. So like, that was so cool. And here's my Havilar for contributing to the Havilar chest last week. This is my Royal Guard Havilar. And this is the one I put the most work into. Cool Spell Thief Delina. With a little wanted poster up here. With the infamous, like, stop it! Comic panel of her face. Alright. So that is... Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Walnut today will make 12. And so I want to challenge you, dear listener. I have done 12 coloring sheets. Can you beat my score? Do you love Idle Champions more than me? A friendly little competition. I know some people out there have done a lot of them. Giant Dwarf has been posting tons on the fan art channel of the Discord. But come on, like, do some coloring, get the sheets. You can do it digitally, or you can print them out. I have done both, and I think I've actually preferred printing them out and coloring them in by hand. It's relaxing. It's chill. It's a nice, cozy little distraction from all the turmoils of the modern world at present. You know, the first few that I colored, I was working with like a dozen broken old crayons of maybe 7 colors at the most. And yeah, those first few weren't great, like the Nayeli and the Evelyn and the Binwin. I didn't really have many options. But luckily, I dug around, and I found... This is wild. I found in my basement my elementary school lunchbox, which was full of crayons. So I picked out all the ones that weren't broken, that were still like sharp, and I put them in this like hexagonal box. So they're all very organized now, and this is what I've been relying on for my coloring. And that is what I'll be using today, along with my trusty Sharpie pens to do some editing. Because my idea is to do a pirate scheme for Walnut. I want to make her look angrier and have, like, skull and crossbones and things like that. She's already got a curved sword, so that's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a pirate sword. That'll be fun. Oh, Giant Dwarf, I know you've already beaten my score. At this point, I'm playing catch-up to you. But if you want to get in on it, well, just a little challenge. Cozy, friendly little challenge. I've done 11, and I'll be doing a 12th one today. See how many you can do. Post about it on Twitter, Instagram, or the fan art channel and Discord. And tag me if you do, because I want to see it. That's at Ryan Blake Hall on Twitter. You can see down below. Or just tag me, Mars, if you're posting it on the Discord. I want to know if you're rising up to my challenge. And hey, specifically, walnut. Do walnut. Color walnut. Except don't do pirate, because that's what I'm doing. Don't steal my thunder. Yeah, cozy friendly challenge. And make sure to tag idle coloring, either spelling of coloring, if you post on social media. Yeah, dat nut! We're gonna do it. I don't know what colors I really want to use for this. Like, black, gold, green, blue. I'm not feeling red for this. We already have... If I can swap over. We already have a very red walnut here. So maybe some lighter colors. Drake Blackbeard, yes, I'm doing just fine. And Lyra, yeah, coloring sheets. They're still fun. They're still good. And, Sini, are we getting more? What's the most recent that we've gotten added to the roster? Because Sini has been releasing more coloring sheets over time. So if you don't like the selection that's presently available, check again after a while. There are more. Is it still Baby Spurt that's the most recent? Purple walnut. I'd be happy to put some purple in here. Yeah, walnut will look good with purple. Please don't make the artist grab their pitchforks. Oh dear. Okay. I'll behave. If I must. I'd be hard-pressed to choose, like, what my favorite one is, if I had to. Just thinking about that. Maybe the gelatinous cube. Just because it stands out as... Well, that's not a champion. All the others have been champions so far, but... Well, we've got Baby Spurt. Still a champion, kind of? More, well, familiar, technically. Calming tea. Absolutely. Cinnamon black tea. It's got a nice smoky taste to it. I love dark teas. The darker the better. Especially like roasted black tea. Oh, like pu'er. Oh, so good. Haven't had pu'er in months. Is Melf good in a core champ setup? I have not tried Melf with just core champions. I assume you mean like Brunor, Celeste, Naeli, Jarlaxle, etc. There is at least one other elf, Delana, in the core setup. So you would have that for his adaptable augmentation. Some unique races, but like they're mostly humans. I mean, he's still a speed champion, regardless of anything else. So for that alone, he's fantastic, no matter what your formation is. He's one of the best speed champions in the game. Oh, Techno Destructo's running that right now, and says that he does pretty well. Okay, nice. Thanks for weighing in. Lego Dash, we need a Kenku? Oh, I agree. We do. We need a Kenku. More bird people. We have Ashara and Keelek as Aarakocra. But we need other bird people. Yeah, drows count as elves, as do Eladrin. It's pronounced Elena. Hard to carry that over via text. I pronounce champions' names the way that I have heard them spoken on the CNE streams, either by the staff of CNE or by the characters' creators when they are interviewed. Sometimes I'll even just ask, like, hey, can you just pronounce this person's name real quick? Just so that I know. Alright, I'm gonna get started with this. Purple, huh? CNE says purple. So let me find a purple. If anyone's just tuning in, welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. We are coloring a walnut coloring page today as we play through the latest Descent into Avernus content that was added today. At some point I should go through here and organize these by color or something instead of just throwing them all in helter-skelter. It's difficult to find things. Now here's a blue violet. Set that up. There are some cool races in Ravnica, I agree, but I doubt that we'll see them in this game, as we're pretty much sticking to the Forgotten Realms, so Faerun, the world of Toril. But yeah, like, oh gosh, blanking on the name, the elephant people. Those guys are great. Okay, we have completed Elturel Has Fallen. Do you guys want to see the other base adventure? Loxodon! Thank you very much, Loxodon, yes. And just a great name, too. You guys want to see the other base adventure that was added today? Or do you want to see the variant for this one? Alright, so we have unlocked Everything is Awful as the variant, as well as the free play. And our next adventure is Resolve Amongst Chaos. Feel like I should do this one so that we can show off more of the cool new art. Because I'm sure that'll be very, very nice. I do love the artwork. You know me so well. But I do want to at least go over this real quick, the Everything is Awful variant. So, once you have completed the Elturel Has Fallen base adventure, you unlock the Everything is Awful variant for this base adventure. Discover the secrets of Elturel before the city falls into the river Styx while struggling to survive. Complete area 250, so this is 50 stages past the base adventure. Only champions with a constitution of 15 or higher can be used. To keep up their strength, Celeste urges the champions to eat or drink, but everything in Avernus tastes horrible. The champion's food and drink is afflicted by a different demoralizing trait every 5 areas, and you can learn more about the specific effects of that if you read the blog post that came out just earlier today. They have the full details for how this works on the blog post. So I'm going to do Resolve Amongst Chaos. And set this back on 1 tick below instant so that we can see the dialogue on the screen. Put my familiars out. Boop, 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 boop. 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 Alright. Sure, undead. Oh, and away he goes! Riv's got the jumps. Not great for seeing, all of the art. Maybe I should take Riv out. Sorry, Briv. You might cause us to miss very good art. Okay, so I've got, finally, a violet purple here. I'm thinking. Oh, you know, before I start coloring this in, I actually need to do some edits with my Sharpies. So I'm going to use this Sharpie pen that I have here, my handy-dandy Sharpie pen. And I'm going to, like, go over her mouth here so that she, instead of frowning, she'll have, like, a bared teeth, kind of angry looking. And I'm thinking about giving her an eye patch over the rearmost eye here. That way her other eye, which has a furrowed brow, will just make her look like she's angry instead of, like, confused. Which is how she normally looks. And I might put, like, skull and crossbones on the pauldrons up here. Just some little details to kind of carry that pirate aesthetic. Not too much. Ah! Boo gets dialogue in this one. Fantastic. Cute. Alright. Yeah, some bared teeth. Let's make Walnut look kind of angry. And what else? That eye patch. So I'm going to start by coloring in this eye completely, so I know what all I need to cover. We'll kind of square out the sides, round the bottom, and put a string on that. Okay, yeah, that looks like a fairly believable eye patch. I'm not gonna put too much work into this, but I want to make her look like an angry pirate. So that's our first start for an edit here. Now how about the Jolly Roger on that empty pauldron? Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Is anyone out there coloring along with me? If so, what are you working on? I really want to take a crack at Sasaspia, because I feel like, because of all the different scales on the coloring sheet for Sasaspia, I've got her on the top of my blank pile right here. I kind of want to do like a rainbow pattern, like every scale a different color, like Disco Sasaspia. That could be fun. It's nice to just kind of embrace the creativity. Ah, Ragnar, you finished your walnut and tagged me on Twitter. Fantastic! Trontonian also posted walnut to the fan art Discord. Good. Said Mancha's working on Walnut. Orca Leader's gonna do a Walnut. Ah, great. I'm glad. Thank you all for joining me. For doing the Walnut coloring sheet. You don't have to do Walnut, but I'd like it very much if you did, because we all like free stuff, right? Not sure about what other edits to make for this. Maybe a scar on the cheek. Yeah. There we go. Like an X-shaped scar on the cheek. And I'll put some more scars on the arms where we can see those. I'm tempted to give her a hook hand, but I feel like that would be very difficult to edit over what we've got on the sheet. Can't really do a peg leg either. And maybe that's getting a little too stereotypically piratey. It's gonna make it a little different. Wonder if I could give her a pretty good hat. Like a tricorn or something. I might have to look up how to do that, though. I've never drawn a tricorn hat before. Trontonian, if you want to find out who's going to be in the weekend buff, you can join us for Griddle Champions on Fridays. My new favorite thing on Twitch. A parrot! That's an excellent suggestion, Speller Boss. A parrot. Coyoteson, you're running at a faster speed than I am. How are you doing this? I explained earlier, I am using multiple champions that have speed-enhancing abilities in the game. And by using them all at once, they all work. So everything just runs faster. Whoa, look at this! That's a spooky pit. You do not want to fall in there. Whew. Jeez, everything really is awful in Elturel. Everything's awful! Everything is bad when you're in Elturel. Everything is awful! Because we're living in hell. I've had that stuck in my brain since I read the blog post for today. Oh, you're welcome for the explanation. That's what I'm here for. We're here to go over the latest and greatest content that has been added to Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, as well as answering any questions that you folks may have. Even if it's stuff that's been asked before, I don't mind. Okay. This may be a little extra. Oh, look at this animated thing! Oh! Oh, go away, dialogue. Look at this, check that out! That, like, swirling storm of magic in that pool. Oh, that's very good. I like it. I love that shade of blue. Oh, Trontonian, you do watch Sean and Lee make pancakes. Fantastic. Is this the first time that we've seen a non-skeletal Minotaur in Idle Champions? Minotaur Skeleton was one of the, like, earliest bosses in the game. And now we have an actual Minotaur. Great. I don't remember a Minotaur being anywhere else. Just skeleton Minotaur. And now, finally, regular Minotaur. How to use Ayla? Well, Ayla is a support tanking champion who can debuff targets by marking them with lightning. Basically, you put Ayla out, her actual position doesn't really matter. If you want to use her as a tank, put her on your front column as a tank. If you're not planning on using her as a tank, then it doesn't really matter where she goes. What she will do is every couple of seconds, she will just call lightning from the sky to mark a random enemy. If she then attacks that enemy, then they become stunned and take extra damage from everything. For that matter, I think even just when the lightning drops, they take extra damage. She's really just all about marking enemies with lightning to get them to take extra damage and stunning things. She's pretty simple. Any thoughts on Puent? He's good for some situations. Like, there's plenty of variants where Puent is good for, because you cannot use other, like, easier to grasp champions like Calliope or Keelek in that same slot. But my favorite way to use him is by putting him in my Azaka gold farming formation, because while he's not a companion of the hall, as long as he's adjacent to a companion of the hall, then he will contribute to the bounty of the hall gold find buff. So you can use him as a gold find champion in that regard. I'm gonna put a few spikes coming out from her other pauldron here, just to make her look a bit more intimidating. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. I think that's... Oh, right. I was gonna put spurs on her shoes. Like a cowboy. Yeah, good enough. Well, that's what I'm saying, Orca. I didn't want to make it too stereotypically piratey, because it's good to mix things up. So we're gonna throw a little bit of that Western cowboy flair in there and give her spurs. All right, let's get coloring. I'm thinking of using like a kind of a lighter skin tone, as opposed to like she's normally a dark skin tone. I'm gonna go with a lighter skin tone, but tanned for being like out at sea. And this is because I want those scars to really show up. If I went with a much darker skin tone, then I wouldn't really be able to appreciate those scars, I think. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This is a peach color that I'm working with here. I should note, I'm colorblind. So, that's my disclaimer if this ends up looking terrible. It will look good to me and my flawed eyes. It's good enough for me. It's kind of a little song I sing to myself sometimes. Mm-hmm. Is Narak better than Hitch? Depends on the situation. Hitch just got a bit of a rework, Frito Marks, and oh boy, Hitch is very good right now. However, Narak is fantastic if you are doing an Azaka farm. Color prejudice. Perhaps I am. I mean, that's just, like, if you have favorite colors, then I suppose another way of phrasing it is that you're color prejudiced. I like blues. Probably be my favorites. My perennial favorites are shades of blue, typically. What is Azaka farming? Ah, that's a good question, M. Christopher. So, Azaka farming is a specific type of formation that you set up to intentionally kill everything on a boss stage except for a single non-boss enemy. And you set up the entire formation around keeping that enemy alive while Azaka bullies it for its lunch money, essentially. She summons tigers that maul the thing and force it to drop its cash on the ground and then you pick it up. So you build a formation that's all about ramping your gold find up to insane levels so that you can best make use of that. It's sort of an advanced tactic that relies on a multitude of champions to do optimally, but the only one that feels like... The only one that's really essential is that you have Azaka. You have to have Azaka to do Azaka farming. That's why it's called that. Anything else is just adding on to it. You're welcome, Freedom Marks. Yeah, maybe it's more like robbing from the rich to give to the poor. The rich being random goblins and demons and bandits, and the poor being the heroes of the world who have more gold than there are molecules in the universe. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like a Robin Hood situation to me, personally. Although, it could be cool if there was, like, maybe some way of giving up gold that we've collected to fund some cause, like rebuilding Elturel or something like that. I don't know. Because then it's not like we're constantly hoarding the money, it's like we're being the champions of the world, the heroes, and actually contributing to the well-being of the people who dwell in Faerun. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah, robbing from the poor mimic. Wonton Soup, hi! You just started playing yesterday? Oh, fantastic! Welcome to Idle Champions. Solano, yeah, I've been having internet connection problems. For a while now. So if you're seeing stream quality issues, then that's probably me. But Wonton Soup, I'm glad that you have joined us. Please join the community at large by joining up on our Discord, if you like using Discord. There's also the official subreddit that you can join, or Steam discussion forums, or even just Twitter or Instagram. Like, there's many different ways to involve yourself in the Idle Champions community. It's lots of friendly folks. Big reason I've stuck around for so long is that it's such a wholesome, positive community that we've been fostering for years now. So I'm happy that you're here, and I hope to see you around some more. Good luck with your adventures. You'll need it. If you're seeing my head down a lot, it's because I'm working on Walnut. Refreshing the browser worked? Okay, fantastic. I know how you feel, Giant Dwarf. It's a ludicrous amount of gold. I've been working on a homebrew class for D&D 5e. I make homebrew stuff. I don't think I've ever released my homebrew stuff publicly, but I've been doing homebrew stuff for years now. And I'm working on a class right now, and just last night, I worked out, like, all of the different, like, the combinations of things. It's supposed to be an extremely customizable class, and I think it worked out to 1e18 possible combinations of all the choices that you make as you level up through the class. And at first I thought, like, oh wow, that's a huge number. And then I opened up Idle Champions and remembered, nope. Comparatively, that is not a huge number. Numbers here are much larger. Oh, we've got Walnut in the slideshow at the bottom there. Okay, it's gone now. But that was nice to see Walnut show up there for a bit. Yeah. How do you guys feel about olive green with purple? What'd you think? Olive green and purple for this, like, as a primary color scheme. That feels pretty good to me. I need to get black as well. Yeah, that'll be good. Sounds like the pits. Well, it's not supposed to be friendly looking. She's supposed to be a scary pirate in this rendition. Wonton Soup, you're enjoying it. Good. It's fresh. Anxiously just staring at the screen while reading about it gaining favor. There's so much information out there for you to look into if you're interested in, like, learning about the game. Formation strategy is probably the biggest part of this. Whoa! I missed this when it showed up on the screen 50 stages ago. Look at this scorpion! Oh, that's the consequence of having to look down to color a coloring page. That was rad! Oh, that was so good! Love that. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. More scary bug monsters, please. Too much with the spiders. Bring on the scorpions. Centipedes. Dragonflies? They can be scary. Give me a giant moth. I'd love to see that. Wings of Janitor. Seems like in my formations, there's always one champion that does a wildly disproportionate amount of damage. Makes levels go slow and only one champion seems to be doing damage. Is that pretty typical? Yes. A lot of folks would tell you that is the correct way to play the game. The correct way to play the game is whatever's fun for you. But a lot of people rely on that. When we're talking about, like, optimal formations, it's almost always about just stacking every buff you can onto a single character. Like you're doing, apparently. That's what it pretty much comes down to. Jarlaxle is a fine DPS. Hitch, Minsk, like, just talking about the starting champions, really. Remember, you get Hitch from the newsletter. Hey, Wonton Soup, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, by going to your menu and then clicking on newsletter here and then putting in your email and then waiting to get it, that is how you get Hitch unlocked on your account. And he's really, really good. Like, not exaggerating, he's really good, so pick him up. He's kind of got a fresh coat of paint recently. In terms of game balance, I love him. He's great. Walnut, I'm gonna give you, like, purple armor. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. So, like, the shoulder plates will be purple. The bracers Those will be purple. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. And purple boots. Who doesn't love a good purple boot? Very fancy. I feel like Jarlaxle would be proud of this outfit. Jarlaxle and Minsk both. Oh yeah, carrion crawlers, not centipedes. You're right, you're right. Dex 1627. Hey Mars. Hi. Have you ever noticed that whenever you use Morgaine, the expected DPS is like E10 higher than it should be? Can't say that I have. You know, some people have been saying since the ultimate debuff double dipping balance patch that Morgaine can be better than Ayla. I'm still using Ayla. I feel like things are kind of divided on that. I think Silisa was saying that Ayla's not really... I mean, sorry, Morgaine's not really hot stuff as much as some people are saying. There was a discussion of Morgaine's paid up front buff on the Discord a few days ago. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about like whether Morgaine is really optimal to use right now. CNE says you find Morgaine underrated, and I have to agree. I have been using her kind of like off and on, because I'm also trying to figure out if she's better for me than Ayla is. And it seems like it really depends on the situation. Of course, you can also have Ayla in and let her debuff things, like let her mark things, and then swap Morgaine in. Just swap them back and forth. Bula, Slinky, whose Kung Fu is the best? Silisa, Garwar, or me, Mars? I'm the bottom of the totem pole. I am here to be a friendly, positive influence on our Idle Champions community, to welcome people, and kind of, you know, spread the joy and the hype. My passion and love for this game is very real. Garwar and Silisa both are much better at the really understanding the fine details of game mechanics. I'm not bad, but they're better. And really, you're missing someone from your list there, Bula Slinky. That would be Lee from Dan Cakes, who is the best of us all. Well, thank you, Bula Slinky. You know, everyone has a different, like, preference for personalities, you know? If you want, like, really deep understanding of the game, then definitely check out Garwar streams on Fridays, Untitled Garwar stream, which I hope continues to be the actual title, because that is my favorite of all the ones I've seen pitched. Untitled Garwar stream. It's very good. Well, of course we have love for the CNE team. Of course we do. It's just, each show is better for different things. You know, like, I don't get guests on this show. I'd love to. But, that's one of the most exciting things about the official CNE stream each week, is having guests on for interviews, so that we can kind of learn more about our beloved characters in the game. That's my favorite thing that you guys do, CNE, on your stream, is when you have guests on. Okay. And I want to use some black here, but like specifically my fat Sharpie pen, my Sharpie marker, I guess, to kind of do the trimming on the bracers. It'll look real good when it's done, I'm sure. This is also kind of cheating because it's like one less thing for me to color. I'm essentially turning some elements of the coloring sheet that are like negative space for us to color in, and I'm just turning that to black filled in space. I like black gloves as well. Yeah, that'll look nice. I just gotta be careful because anything I do with this is gonna be very permanent. Hope I'm not making any bad choices here. Have to have a lot of faith to use a Sharpie. Yeah, thank you for being part of the community, Glazer. Thank you, everyone, for being part of our community. However it is that you choose to contribute to the community, whether it's chatting with people, like there's even in-game chat, or if it's just coming over to the streams, checking it out, or engaging on social media in some way, or even if you just like consume, if you just lurk and look at all the resources people make. I appreciate our ever-growing family. People come and go, and that's always bittersweet. But the sting of old friends leaving the community is salved by new excited faces and names joining us soon after. So thank you all for being here. Hey, people in the chat, if you are already doing the new adventures and variants, what's your opinion? What do you think about the new adventures and variants so far? Like, are there other art elements of the backgrounds that you really like, or the creatures that we fight? Or do you feel like one of the variants is a lot more difficult than the other? Because I haven't done the variants yet, I don't know. I would assume that everything is awful. Might be hard for some people. It's like Vajra Plus, because you can only use champions with a Constitution score of 15 or higher for the Everything is Awful variant, the first variant. Vajra requires 14 or higher, and this variant is 15 or higher con. So it's like doing Vajra, but more restricted. On top of the additional challenge of the various debuffs that occur. Garwar is doing All You Know Is Wrong. Oh yeah, with the ghouls. Yeah, I don't know if that'll be fast or not. Oh, Hero of the Veil! Oh, oh, buddy! I love this ongoing gag, this running gag in Idle Champions. My favorite boss in the game, Hero of the Veil. Haha! I love seeing that guy. I like that he's still relevant after all this time. Weebales, new player here. Welcome to Idle Champions. What should you save your items for? Speed potions, fire breath. Try not to waste your items. Like, don't use bounty contracts when an event is not live. Don't use blacksmithing contracts on non-event champions. Save your potions for when you need them to clear a variant or a base adventure. Like, if you're within, let's say, 20 stages of being able to finish a variant, then you might consider using your potions of giant strength, or your potions of fire breath, or your potions of heroism. Save your gold find potions for when you are doing a gold find, like, farming run. Only use blacksmith contracts on event champions. Did I misspeak? If I misspoke, though, let me clarify. Do not use blacksmithing contracts on non-event champions. Only use them on event champions. And that's because it's a lot harder to get gear and thus item levels for event champions due to their restricted nature. Regular non-event champions get all of their gear and item levels from regular silver and gold chests, which are plentiful. There's quite a bounty of these. So, characters like Brunor, Celeste, Nayeli, Hitch, Azaka, Dragonbait, don't use blacksmith contracts on those. Only use them on event characters like Melf, Ayla, Averin, Briv, Sentry. Hope that helps. And if you get a potion of polish, some people save them. There's a very specific reason for that, but it's an extremely long-term goal. Like, we're talking possibly years of effort before you actually use them. So I would say just go ahead and use them. Every time I get a potion of polish, I just immediately use it. I don't wait. I don't see the point in waiting. We've got 30 minutes left in the stream this week. So does anyone have any more questions or anything else that you want to talk about? As a reminder, the big thing today, the big ticket item today, is that we have the new adventures and variants added to the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus campaign, which came with an extremely cool map. Look at this thing. So cool. And if you missed it earlier, if you zoom in all the way and you pull over here to the top left corner and really drag the map out, you can see Archon's tower. It's nice. It's kind of hidden by the banners on the page. Tips on earning dragon bait. Krull. Krull is your best friend for getting dragon bait. Krull will simplify that process for you astronomically. Otherwise, do not use heroism potions. Do use champions that give shields and heals. Valindra is your real problem in that variant to unlock Dragon Bait, so you just want to focus on building a team that is specifically for fighting that boss. You want multi-hit ultimates like Krull, and you want to kind of fire them all at once after you've taken her down to about 3 or 4 respawns remaining. That's when you fire everything, and you should be able to take her out every time. Weebales, to gear up event champions, know you can get specific chests during events or time gates, but there's still a chance that gear drops in regular gold chest, right? No! Nope. No. Sorry. That's why we suggest doing blacksmith contracts for event champions. If you want to gear up your event champions, you have to do events or time gates, or Sometimes there are newsletter chests every weekend that just have like kind of a random pool of champions that it will drop gear for, which includes event champions, as long as you have that champion unlocked, as well as patrons. Once you have patrons unlocked, you can purchase patron chests, which contain gear only for the champions that qualify for that patron, which can include event champions. Very few ways to gear up event champions. That's how you do it. Ooh. You're welcome. Good luck. Let us know if you manage to accomplish your task. I'm cheering for you. Cocomatic, if a white item level 2 is replaced by a green one, is the green one also level 2? So at that point, it would be a green level 2 item. I think that's how it works. If the rarity increases. Which is better for you. Sometimes there are fears that item levels are ever wasted. Like if you have a really high item level blue item, and then you get a purple item, an epic item. You don't like lose all the levels that you had before. Yeah, I was on the fence about whether you would actually get the item levels for the green item itself as well. Which should be 2, right? And because uncommon items are 2 item levels, because uncommon green blacksmithing contracts are 2 item levels. So I would assume then that it'll be level 4? If it was a level 2 white that became a green item. We're almost finished with this. And then I suppose I'll be able to jump into one of the variants just to get that going. Walnut's looking pretty good so far. Feel like it could be better, but you know how artists are. Now I had something in here called, I think it was called Timberwolf, that I've been using to do like weapons. It looked really good. Here we go, Timberwolf. I know she has this like nature scimitar, but I just want this to look like a cutlass. Just a normal cutlass. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of a steel gray color there. You get the level boost as though you had a green all along, then drew a white from a chest. Okay, so that would be level 3 then, if that's true. Because it would be like assuming green, which is level 2, and then plus white, would be +1 level. Level 3. Dragonbait versus Strix, who's smellier? Ugh. They do occupy the same slot, don't they? So it would be difficult to directly compare the smell. We have a lot of smelly champions, like Gwent. And Ishii, who has a pocket full of soup. That can't be good. That is not hygienic. That's true, Dragonbait can smell nice. He at least has that option. Strix doesn't really. Hey! Alright, completed. Mortonid, congrats on the 800 levels achievement after last week's run. Thank you very much. Those of you who were here last week, I did a deep run on my stream for the Green Grass event year 3 for MILF. And I couldn't finish my run on stream because it took a lot of work and I only have 2 hours here to invest. And like a full day later, I finally finished what I was doing and posted my results, which was my first ever stage 800 clear. Almost there. 200 stages to go. Okay, we have unlocked our second variant here, so I can finally highlight this on the show. Ahem! Sip some tea first. And now I'm out of tea. Saddest part of the show, every week. So, the second variant added to the game today for the Descend into Avernus Part 3 update is a variant for the new adventure Resolve Amongst Chaos. This variant is called All You Know Is Wrong. Every little thing you know is wrong. I think that's a Weird Al song. I don't remember how it goes. Search for older Ravengard to gain a grasp on the city's next steps while the dead don't die. Complete Area 275 is the goal, which is 50 stages past the goalpost for Resolve Amongst Chaos itself, the base adventure. The rules for this variant are as follows. Whenever a non-boss creature dies, there is a chance they immediately respawn as a relentless ghoul. That chance is equal to 10% times the current number of monsters. It's interesting that it isn't like a guaranteed thing that triggers. It's a chance. When relentless ghouls are killed, they don't disappear. Instead, after 5 seconds, they get back up and resume their relentless attack. Hence why they're called relentless ghouls. Makes sense. I'm gonna do Everything is Awful. So I can do my little song again. Everything is awful! Everything is bad when you're in El Terrell. Everything is awful! Because we're living in hell. Okay, take that off. And let's go fast. Oh, right. Can't use MILF. Okay. Alright. I'll take Grama, and Korth, and Ayla. Oh, Tyrell. That's a no-brainer. Okay, Circle the Arctic, Wild Shape. I've got my tank line now. And we'll get Avern out here. Take Rapid Training. I suppose I'll put Sentry up here. Mars, and I want you here. Yeah, that works. Okay, that's a fine enough formation for this. With some familiars on ultimates. And we're good. Yeah, hey, if there's anyone out there, Setmonge, what do I tag on Twitter for the coloring thing, and on Twitter, so else? Yeah, so just tag @IdleChampions, that's the official Idle Champions Twitter, and use the hashtag #IdleColoring, either spelling of coloring is fine, if you have a preference for use or not, and post your image. Like if it's a physical image, like this, then take a picture of it. Post on there. If it's digital, then just copy that file over. Away it goes. Fantastic! I look forward to seeing your work. Thank you for contributing. Rising up to the challenge, so to speak. It's good. I'm gonna do like some brown clothes, like she's wearing leathers here. Like a leather jerkin or something. I'm gonna be a little pickier about where I splash that green on. I don't want to like overwhelm things. Valinex! Thanks for the Delana feat from a chest. Fantastic! Hey, congratulations. I hope that helps you. There are certain variants, especially patient variants, that you absolutely need to use Delana DPS for, and it's a weird feeling. For all the flack that people throw at Delana, she's fine. There are worse DPS characters, unfortunately. Delana's fine. There are also much better ones, but anything that you can get to help her out, like good feats, is very useful. I know I really struggled with Vajra's Visions of Strahd. I had used Delana DPS. I tried and failed 3 separate times to do Vajra's Visions of Strahd before they gave away the +1 Constitution feat for Celeste for the official release of the game. And I still have a little bit of pride that I did not have to actually use that. I did not have to put Celeste in to finally finish it. It was just because of the level cap increase. Because of that, I was able to finish it without any issues. It'd be really cool if this actually went in as a skin for the game. We have at least one pirate skin so far, and that's for Brunor. Can I put him out here? Oh, I can, actually. Great. Hey, Brunor. Come be a pirate. Because we're doing a pirate walnut here. Do you want to see my progress so far? How's that look so far? Does she look scary pirate yet? Does she have that kind of vibe to her yet? Because that's what I'm hoping for. Thinking about putting some red on her blade, like she's just been in a bloody battle. That could look good. Yeah, here we go. I'll go over it with Timberwolf first, though, so that it also has that steel gray on the blade first. Brunar! That's good, Trontonian. I've had the skin for years now, and I never thought about that. Brunar! Yar, I'm a pirate. Yar. Hey, do you want to hear my favorite pirate joke? Okay, this is like one of my favorite jokes, period. And everyone gets a guess if you want it. What is a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? So the joke is, you expect people to say, like, oh, it's the letter R. And then you say, ah, ye be thinking that, but his true love be the sea. And if they say C because they get it, then you say, like, of course not, it's R. Yeah, so whatever they answer, you have a counter for the punchline. It's a great joke. It was fun seeing you guys guess, because some of you actually got it. Oh, code joke! There's 10 minutes left in the show, and I gotta give you a code joke. That's right. It gets harder every week, you guys. Alright. I mean, we have 2 of these are names. Kali and John are names. Axel is also a name, for that matter. Well, sure, this is very low-hanging fruit, but why not? Yeah, I've been playing this game for a long time. And I've tried to get so many people into this game. I've tried to get my parents into this game. True story. My best friends. They took to it for a while, at least. A lot of people. And for the most part, it hasn't stuck. But there's this one group out there, this one group of friends that I got. I can't believe it. They started playing this game, and they dove into it so hard, supporting this community, just being like, bringing positive vibes everywhere, so hard that my friends Callie, Axel, and John ended up having their own chest code, and it just makes me so jealous. I hope no one ever comes here expecting quality humor, because you're not getting it. I'm sorry. It's not happening. That's the worst one yet. That's not even really a joke. Oh, you know what else we have that I totally forgot about? I actually have some gems to spend on chests here. Hey, Sean, do you want to fire up the old RNG lever for me? Pretty please. It's just a joke, it's not. I guess that's your real joke. If I actually get a shiny out of this, I'm just gonna close the stream. That'll be ridiculous. It's not even that many chests. Alright, alright. Just a few more. Not after that joke. Alright, yeah. Much love to you, Sean. You're right. I gotta side with you on this one. I do not deserve it. Yeah. Alright, cool. But I got plenty of blacksmith contracts, which I'm excited about, because I only have 3 event champions left to reach my goal of average item level 50 or higher on every champion in the game. There's Saspia, and Xander I just finished. Narak is one of them, and I don't remember the other. Did I scroll past them already? Oh, Volanya. I'm gonna put these on Narak, since this boy just retired. Show him some love. So he'll be the next one I focus on getting up to 50. Yeah. You record all the jokes, Cleacer? Oh no. Those would be terrible clips, I'm sure. Jamman J. Oh. Jamman J, I think you may have just started something. You just made a bad joke in my own chat. Can we get bad jokes? Can this be a recurring thing that you guys, like, bring to the chat for me each week as terrible jokes? I'd love that. Mars, did you hear about the two houses that were in love? It was a long-distance relationship. Good. My uncle humor appreciates that. Nom for the 84. Hey Mars, any updates on the new account plans? Garwar and I have worked things out. And we are waiting to get some feedback about it from some trusted individuals before we progress. Any teasers from the rules or milestones? You're not going to be waiting for year 4 to start. No. The idea is that we will progress through adventures, like progress through the game at the same like rate. Like, we'll do the same stuff. So the differences will be like how we go about doing that. The difference between our strategies, that sort of thing. And we'll discuss it, of course, like how things are going, our strategies, our decisions. It'll be fun. And it will be a completely fresh account if we actually do this, which I hope we do. Just a couple minutes left in the stream, so let's see. I'll just plug everything again one last time. Play Idle Champions, obviously. Today, we got added the Descent into Avernus Part 3 update. So there's 2 new base adventures with 1 new variant each. We have done both of the base adventures and the first of these variants. Everything is awful. We're currently doing. I'll be finishing this off stream, of course. And also the coloring initiative. Check out the blog post on the Idle Champions website, on the Codename Entertainment website, for more information on the Idle Champions coloring sheets and how you can contribute to our community endeavor to earn free chest codes for everyone. Plus, it's also just a lot of fun. It's just like a nice activity. Also, I may have challenged everyone watching to do more than I've done, which as of today is 12. Beat my score. Bring it on. And I'll update you each week for how many more I've done so that you guys can keep trying to beat my score. You're very welcome, Kempafet. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, that's amazing, Jam Man, that you got both of Zorbu's best feats. Oh my gosh. Like, with the Strahd perks, that +1 intelligence feat easily becomes his, like, most powerful feat. As long as you have all those perks for intelligence damage boosting. Once I have my Nut finished, I will post it up on Twitter. I have a thread where I've been posting all of my coloring sheets that I've been doing, like all 12 of these. You can see individually posted up on Twitter on a thread on my account. Thing's been liked or retweeted by Idle Champions. And this will go up on there as well, so you can see that when it's done. Remember, we can get extra silver walnut chest if you specifically color in some walnut sheets this week. We want at least 25. We want increments of 25 for that matter. The more the better. Anyone who is tuning out, farewell to ye. I'll be doing my outro stuff in just a minute. Thank you all for joining us. Weavales, I've heard that Kroll should be my priority to get in time gates that provides a lot of overall value. Any thoughts? Kroll's one of those, it's almost like a tax to pay. Kroll is one of the most powerful support champions in the game at the moment, easily. So, get Kroll, get Averin. The people suggesting that you do so are correct. But if you don't care about sheer power, if you just want to have fun with the game, then just get someone you like. Just get someone you like the design of, or you're a fan of the person who plays that character in whatever media form that character is from. If you're concerned about power, sure, get Kroll. But not everyone is. I'm certainly not right now. I'm only doing whatever I have to finish this variant. Okay, so I'm going to do my outro. Thank you, folks, again, for joining me for this episode of Mars Guiding Hand. I hope to see you all again next week. Tune in tomorrow for the official C&E stream, and on Friday for Griddle Champions and the Untitled Garwar stream. You do not want to miss these great shows. I'll be there. It's always fun. Always a pleasure. Shout out to Lee. I hope he watches my show, because I certainly watch his. Remember, you can follow Idle Champions on social media and join our community on Discord, Reddit, and elsewhere. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Blake Hall, just like it says down here in the doobly-doo. On twitch.tv/Storyteller Mars, my channel. And of course, I'm just always active in the community. You see me everywhere. Wherever you are in our fair multiverse, please stay safe. Be kind to yourself and to others. Make good choices. And I'll see you next time. Until then, look sharp. Cheers. Ah! Oh, go watch the D&D Beyond show! It's very, very good! With some wonderful people. Should be on right now. Okay, bye!